Hi.
afternoon.
So how are you?
I'm doing very fine.
Hope you had an amazing day.
Yes, I did. I had a long day though, but I'm fine.
Okay, it's so good to have you here.
Same here.
Welcome to my channel for the first time. Yay! Before we go on, I would like you to introduce yourself to our viewers or anyone that.
Okay. My name is Christiana Olorunda. I live in Lagos. I'm an entrepreneur. I deal in fashion items for men. Yeah.
Oh, nice, nice. Okay, so welcome to my live, guys. So just share the link, like, and interact with this live. Once you
Okay.
join, let me know you joined by leaving a comment on the screen for us, okay? So, guys, today we are going to be talking about something I heard. So, I'm going to be asking Christy some questions, and it's concerning something I heard on my way from work. So, Christy, are
Yeah.
you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so this live is going to be for like 30 minutes. I don't know what time is it right now. Um Sorry, let me check what time it is. Can you help me check? Do you have an idea what time it is? So we
Okay,
just
I have another phone here.
okay.
809.
8:09.
Yes.
So by 8:39 we should be done by this live because it's just going to be around 30 minutes, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
So um on my way from work today, I was in a taxi and I heard on the radio. I'm going to narrate what I heard on the radio for
That's fine.
you, and I'm going to ask you some questions. Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. So, on my way from work, I heard there was this lady on radio. She sent an anonymous message to the presenter. So, she has someone she has been dating for a while now. Okay. And they've been dating. She doesn't live in Nigeria, although they are both Nigerians. And this guy has they've been in a relationship and everything has been going well. She has never suspected that this guy was cheating on her or stuff. So she went abroad to study and she got a master's and she was eventually given a citizen of that country. I don't know which country in particular. It could, let's say US, Canada, UK mentioned, right? So she got a citizenship from that country, and it was time for her to come back to Nigeria and marry her boyfriend, who is her
Okay.
fiance now. So she came to Nigeria and they started plans for the wedding, okay? And one day she decided to go through the guy's phone and she saw that um from the guy's chat with her sibling, one of his siblings, she got to discover that he eventually got another girl pregnant. He
Okay.
went ahead to pay for the girl's dowry, which means he's married, like
Okay.
traditionally married, and she didn't want to confront the guy, right? Because I don't know her reason for not confronting the guy, but now she's asking a question. What should she do? Should she go ahead with the marriage preparation and just marry the guy and take him to the country where she resides, or she should just leave the marriage, okay? So I'm gonna see if I can share the link to some other people to
Okay.
join our live, okay?
Okay.
So let's see. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, 1 minute, please. Let me share. You can also share to anyone you want to.
Okay.
Right, so I've been able to share. If you want me to wait for you,
Okay, that's how I've shared to a couple of people too. All right, so I would say that, in my own opinion, the lady dodged a bullet. The guy did not inform her of the other lady he got pregnant in Nigeria. He allowed her to come back. I'm sure they have been in communication all along. So he allowed her to come to Nigeria. They let her know, okay, we are getting married and she's happy. I feel because she's a
sorry, I
citizen of
didn't
a
get
particular
that.
country.
Say that again.
Okay, I
Sorry,
said
I
that.
didn't get that. Can you say that
Can you
again?
hear me now?
Sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can hear you now.
Okay, so I said that in my own opinion, I think the lady dodged a bullet. She coming back to Nigeria, right? The guy did not inform her at all that there's another lady somewhere.
Yes,
That one
yes,
has gotten pregnant and the dowry has been paid. So that means because she has gotten a citizenship of that country, this guy is trying to relocate and take advantage of her. So there is a possibility that when he gets to that country with her, he's going to get his own papers and abandon her, then bring the first lady, the pregnant lady, into the country, and then the story is not going to end well. So I feel
yeah.
she should just get over it. Yes, it's painful, but let her move on, go back to her country, and then start her life all over. For me, that's already a red flag. If we are in a relationship and you cannot just confide in me, you cannot tell me things, okay, you have messed up. It is now my choice to either continue with that relationship or not. You hid it from me. None of your family member gave me a clue. That means you're trying
Yes.
to use me here. You're actually trying to use me. So for me, that relationship is already over. And I've heard several stories of people when a lady travels or the guy travels, any relationship that you are traveling abroad and you're leaving your spouse behind, those
Yeah.
transcontinental, intercontinental relationships, no more, they don't work. 90% of times they don't work. Some people will actually still, you know, make it work, put in the commitment. Those ones are very, very, very rare. So I would advise that if you want to travel abroad, go with your spouse if it is possible. Go with your spouse. In fact, live together, or maybe when you get there, ensure that the person is joining you almost immediately, because distance is a factor that can break relationships and just make a mess of it. So that's my own opinion.
Okay, so you think the major cause of the problem is the distance? Is that what you're
The
trying to say?
distance number one. Then number two, that guy is not honest. The guy is not honest at all. He's not honest. If you could do something that's grievous, that means she's not even safe. He would do even worse. He would do worse when he gets to that country with her. Do you get? He will do
Yeah.
worse. So it's a
Oh,
no-no for me.
right. So you think move on with her life and
Yes.
about forget about the guy.
Yes, I think so.
Okay. What about the time, the energy, the love, the investment,
The
everything?
guy, yeah, you see, well, okay, and that thing is, can she handle it? Maybe age is no longer on her side, but is that really enough reason for you to set yourself up for tragedy? You
Okay.
are now of age, and okay, the fact that you get married on time does not mean you'll be happy in that marriage, and
Right.
the fact that you got married late does not also mean you will not be happy in that relationship. So it's not
Right.
really about how far, it's how well. For me, it is how well. What's the point of going into a marriage with somebody that is not honest, somebody that you don't even know jack about him? It doesn't make sense. So she should just move on.
Okay. Another valid reason, another valid point you made is that she obviously doesn't know him, because if you are in a relationship with someone and something goes wrong and this person cannot open up with to you. First of all, pregnancy is not something that happens by mistake, right?
9 months.
Exactly. It's
Hey.
pregnancy. It's not like you dropped something and it mistakenly fell. It's something you premeditated and you
Yes.
intentionally did it, right? And
And if he went ahead to pay a dowry.
exactly. Now you
Yeah.
paid the dowry without informing your said fiance, right? And now you are still going ahead with the wedding plan. Firstly, I think he's just doing all of that because of he wants to
The
leave the country.
benefits. He's going to
Exactly,
relocate with her. Or like,
exactly,
in fact, he's not going to spend much on that relocation. Now it's going to be like a family reunion kind of arrangement. Do you get? So
exactly.
he's going to relocate on a platter of gold and bring his wife, because this woman is not the wife or the real wife.
Yeah,
He will bring the real wife, and maybe God will not bless them with twins and the children. That's when she will not know what she has gotten herself into. She should not even go ahead.
okay. Now, do you think for asking that question, like for coming on air to ask that question, do you think she has it anywhere in her mind that she's gonna leave that relationship?
Well, she might be confused. A lot of questions going through her mind. She doesn't even know why this person acted this way, and she needed a second opinion. It's possible she has made up her mind she's leaving, but she wanted to be sure she's taking the right action.
Okay,
So, and it's possible she's is not a deal breaker for her, especially if she's desperate to get married. So it
okay.
all depends on the lady herself. This is her decision to make. Do you get?
Right, but for me, I feel like if she was ready to leave, like she already has the answer to the question she's asking, right? So I feel like coming out to ask that question is just you trying to look for people's opinion so that you will say they said I should, they advised me to say, right? Because if someone can do that to you, you know, what else is he hiding? Do you get like what
You don't
else?
even know this person. You don't you
Yeah,
don't know shit about him.
it could be that he actually,
Seriously.
because another thing is it also shows that his family members doesn't like her, because why would they keep this sort of information away from her, and they are planning the
A
wedding together.
wedding.
They know that their brother is married, and now they also are planning another wedding
Another wedding.
same brother, right? So I feel like that's a huge red flag, and
Yes.
it shouldn't be considered like that. If I was, I don't know, I don't want to say if I was the one in her shoes, the question wouldn't have even come up, but
Or
I
at
feel like
all.
if I was the one in her shoes, the question would not have come up at all, because it's just like God is trying to save you from an eternal mistake, right? Because this is someone you plan to spend the rest of your life with. He got someone else pregnant, he paid the dowry, and for instance, I'm assuming that even the day he went ahead to pay the dowry, they probably communicated, like he called
Yes.
said girlfriend on the phone and like, oh, I miss you, and you understand. And to me that's very very terrific. Like it's not cool at all. So for the guys joining us, please interact with this live, like this video, share with your friends, share so that this video can get a lot of attention or some attention. Okay, so just share the link of this live. Okay, so I think another thing I would also want us to talk about is because this was a live show that people were calling in with their opinions, okay? And one of the opinion that really caught me was one lady. She called and she was like, first of all, she should confront the guy, like talk about this with the guy and get to hear from him so that he will explain what happened. So what do you have to say about that? Like for instance, she needs to like talk to this guy, like, okay, this is what I found on your phone, and this is what do you have to say about this, right? And she needs to confront him, get his opinion and all. So what do you have to say about that?
For me, yes, she should confront him. But she should also know that that guy cannot tell her the truth. Whatever explanation he's going to give her, he already premeditated it before she even
Right.
found out. Because he would have thought of it like, okay, what if this lady comes back and somebody gives her the information? He already
Right.
knows what to tell her ahead of time.
Right.
So whatever explanation is given to her will not make any sense. Even if it will make sense, it's going to actually cook up a lot of stories. It is not the truth.
Right.
And it's going to now you like brainwash her, try to even give her emotional blackmail, or trying to like make her feel like we can live together as a family. I don't even know how best to explain that. Like talk her into believing she can make it work, when in reality the whole thing is going to be tragedy. It's going to be very tragic for her. She will not enjoy this marriage. She will be sharing the man's attention with a woman in Nigeria that has a child already for him. You know. Yes, she should comfort him so as he can know that, okay, I found out the truth too. But whatever explanation you're giving to me doesn't make any sense to me. So that's what I think.
Yeah. Okay. If I must say, I you really dealt with this topic very well. She needs to confront him and know, because first of all they have to talk about it. She's in Nigeria already, and they're
Yeah.
already planning their wedding. She can't just like find that kind of
Call it off.
information and
Oh,
cut it, right. So she needs to
sorry.
confront.
There's a power interruption at my end. Okay.
Oh,
So
okay, okay, this is good. Right. So she needs to let him know that this is what she saw. But the second part of that information is what I don't agree with. Like she should hear from him so that he will explain
explain what?
yes,
The question is explain what?
exactly. So what are you going
Yes,
to
it's going to explain. But this explanation has been premeditated. She should just know
exactly?
that.
Yeah. So for me, I feel like there's no explanation. It's just I feel she should just, okay, this is what I found and I can't deal and this has to end, right?
Yes.
Except of course I don't know what will make a
Except
woman.
if she's also pregnant. Maybe the
Okay,
the duration of time she has spent in Nigeria, she's also pregnant. Because why would you even be asking that kind of question if she should continue
exactly.
with the men? That means
Ex-
something is already going on at the background. Maybe she's also pregnant and she doesn't even know what to do. That's another
or maybe
scenario altogether.
also mind being a second wife.
Some people, it's not a deal breaker for them.
Really?
Yes, some people are from polygamous home. They are already used to, many wives, many children, kind of family. So they
Yeah.
don't mind. I listened to this woman. I think Kuti's wife. She was saying that if her husband cheats on her, it's not a deal breaker. She will not leave her husband for that reason, because her
Really?
own father had many wives, up to like maybe 15 wives, and they were a big family. So it is no big deal for her. So we have different people with different mentality.
So if cheating is not a deal breaker in a relationship, what else should be a deal breaker?
Eh, maybe when the man finally brings STD or STI, then they will leave. But for now, cheating is not a deal breaker for some people.
Wow. I'm shocked because I thought that ladies don't like to share, especially
Not
when
every lady. Some
you know.
don't mind. Some even like open relationship. I've met people. Some like open relationship. Some they they would okay. I've heard of a scenario where a guy and a lady, they were dating, and then they have this neighbor. The neighbor was a lady, and then she was close to the guy. Do you get? So she was more like a daughter to the two of them, and they became friends. So the lady now suggested to her boyfriend that they should have a threesome. That's why I say some ladies don't mind.
In
They don't mind
Nigeria,
in this in this Nigeria. So they had the threesome. It was an awesome experience according to her. But at the end of the day, the guy now fell in love with the neighbor and they broke up with her. So,
whoa,
and I've also seen a movie acted by Iyabo Ojo. That movie, I saw it on YouTube. they were in a marriage. She was married to the man. Desmond Elliot was the husband. Okay, so she would be suggesting ladies to come into the house and they can have their whatever together. She she did that several times until one of the ladies died in the house. Then there was an issue. So some people don't mind.
Wow, that's crazy. Because
Yeah.
wow, I can't imagine being in an open relationship with STI, STDs flying.
Flying around. Hey God. They don't mind. They really don't mind. It's common among ladies that are not close to God.
Yeah,
They are not spiritually minded. They don't really care. And their background, maybe some of them are from dysfunctional families and they don't know what it means to love. They don't know. So they just feel okay. This is they play by their emotion. Do you get? I want this. They don't even care whether it is morally okay or not. As long as they derive pleasure from it, they are fine. But
wow.
if somebody that is deep rooted in Christ, you would not even accept some things.
Yeah, and I feel like most of these things start from mind, because if you genuinely know your worth,
Yeah.
love yourself so much, I think there are some things that you wouldn't tolerate in a relationship, right? And some things that should be a deal breaker. Because first of all, a guy doesn't have to cheat on you first before you know that I can't do. It just has to show you some signs that this, is not, signs that this is not what you want in a man. And for you to wait, and somebody that you're supposed to trust with your life, your future, your children, wakes up one day and you discover that he's married, and he wasn't married to this before you. He married this person. You are in this relationship together, right? He married.
Yeah.
He kept it from you, and is about to be a father, and you're
Mm-hmm.
not, and it's acting like everything is
It's
okay, and
okay.
feel like you need to ask someone's opinion before you know that you need to pack your bags and run. So I feel like the major problem here is people don't really get to
Know their
understand,
what.
yeah, that this is what I am worth, and this is what I deserve,
Yeah.
especially in Africa and in Nigeria, that everybody wants to be married. No matter the achievements you have in this country, if you don't have a man by your side, it's almost like you have nothing, right? So I feel like this also plays a major role in how um, ladies react. They feel like when a man is marrying them, is doing them a favor. I've
They
heard
see
people.
it as an achievement. That's the
Exactly,
issue. They see
exactly.
marriage as achievement, so they will take anything to be called Mrs.
Yeah, and I feel like, some people say at least he chose me. He has a baby.
Yes.
He
He has
chose to
options.
marry.
That was his
Like,
choice.
it's crazy, because I don't think any guy would tolerate that, right? Because I don't think guys don't even tolerate cheating. For instance, if the guy discovered that while she was in another country, she had a baby for a guy, like there won't be any question if the marriage is going to hold or not.
Or not.
Everybody
They don't forgive cheating.
marriage
They don't.
that Everyone knows that the marriage is about to end the moment the guy finds out something like this. But for ladies, I feel like there's always like, okay, should I give him another chance? Should I, so, and I feel because because we are in Africa and in Nigeria, it's just crazy. So yeah, and for people that are okay with their partner having other partners, you know what?
Amorous relationships.
I swear, like I don't even know what to say about that. I thought that's something that just happens in movies, and
No, it
you know,
happens in real life. People are very wired differently. They are. Especially if the lady is a
especially
lesbian. If she's a
nowadays.
lesbian and she's in a relationship with, like, let me say, if she's bisexual, she's in a relationship with a man, and she now has this lady she likes. So she will find a way to introduce her to our guy so that they can be having threesome kind of. I've seen, I've heard, people are, people are crazy in this world. Things are happening.
Wow. 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 So where does that leave our future generation? Like, what is going on?
We all need Christ at the end of the day.
Seriously, because I feel like if you know God, you should know that Christ loves you,
Yeah,
and you have everything you need. You are complete as a person. You do not need any other person to complete you, right? You're complete in yourself, and you are happy by yourself. Just that you need a companion, a partner, someone to do life with, which is why
yeah,
it's very important to go for someone that think the same way as you,
that's
right?
you. Yeah.
That have the same view of life, someone that understands the way you understand. Because I have seen that in this life, a lot of people have different kinds of understanding. Like he would say something exactly the way you it should be taken, but someone else is going to have a totally
Different understanding of what you have
different
said.
of that.
Yeah.
Like wild. Like when I see people act out things like that, it's just wild, and I'm like, really? So you need to like go for people that for someone that understands you. For instance, today I was on my way to work, and the taxi I boarded, the driver had an altercation with one lady, and he started ranting. He was saying a lot of things about women. I personally chose not to answer because I didn't want to, you know how those people can be when they have an opinion. They feel like you shouldn't even say anything, right? So he had a lot of things to say, like why he doesn't like to pick ladies in his taxi, why he doesn't like to do this. That kind of a person already has it in his mind that a lady is this is a man and this is a lady is
Yeah.
sub. You should always say yes whenever he calls. You should always be able to accept his excesses, even if he wrongs you. Don't say anything. Just is in a nature of man to do that, right? So
Yeah.
I feel with the way the world is, most ladies just decide to like settle for whatever,
Anything. Anything. They just settle for anything.
and
Anything. Just be
that,
married. Anything. Societal
that's
pressure. And most of these ladies, they are ladies that don't have skills. They don't have their own money. They are not financially stable. So they'll settle down for anything. Because they see marriage as escape route. They see marriage as
that.
poverty alleviation scheme.
Wow.
So they will be in that marriage and they will be taking shit. Like they can't leave. If they leave, to where? To go and do what? To start from where? All their life is dependent on that man. So they cannot make a decision for themselves. So you see them, even some they will be beating them in that marriage, but they will choose to stay because they cannot even, if they have kids, they cannot sustain those kids. If they decide to leave, they cannot finance the education of those children. They cannot make ends meet on their own. So it is whatever the man brings home, they survive. There are women like that. So
But
that's the thing.
when I think back to this particular lady we are talking about here, she seems to have everything going for her, right? She has a master's, she probably has a job, she has another country's citizenship, right? So you from the outside you think like she has everything going
Everything. And then
for her.
that means she doesn't have self-esteem. It could be a self-esteem problem, or she doesn't, or she's desperate. Age might not be on her side. Pressure from her family, or she's pregnant. It could be anything apart from the fact that she's made, in quotes. There are some other factors that could make some women just throw away their values and just want to settle down for anything. Parents might be pressuring her so bad to get married.
And it could also be that she's lonely over there and she has made up
Yes,
her.
loneliness is another thing. Yeah, but loneliness should not make you settle down for just any kind of person. No, it's better to be single and lonely than to be in a marriage where you are not happy. You are not happy. Your happiness, your peace of mind should be a priority.
Right, right.
Yes.
So, they do you want to sort of like summarize what you've just said, like the points?
Okay. So
Yeah.
far we have discussed about a particular lady that found out our supposed our would be husband already impregnated someone else, and she found out on his phone. The dowry has been paid, and they were about getting married. So
So
I
it's
think
early
that,
marriage.
yeah, I think that particular lady should just run. She should run. That marriage doesn't look like it has a future. That guy wants to use her to get his papers, and then is going to bring in his family over there, and she will be shattered. So, and I think women should do better. We should know our worth. We should know our values. Being married is not I would say it's not an achievement. I would say it's not the ultimate goal of life. There are other things you can do with your life. You can be everything you want to be, whether married or not. And at the right time, the right person will come. Until you find that right person, don't settle. Don't settle. Because what's the point of settling down when you are not happy? What's the point? That's my opinion on the matter.
So you think she shouldn't be scared of losing him
She should
because
end
he's
that. She should end it. She should just call call off that way. She should end it.
and move on with her life.
Yes.
Okay, I have him opinion on the issue. First of all, I personally believe that there's nothing to ask anybody's opinion about in that situation. You already know what you should do in that kind of situation. First of all, this is a man that doesn't respect you. For him to
Mhm.
go as far as getting intimate with another lady, that is disrespect. Secondly, this is someone that lied to you because he didn't tell you. If it's something that happened by mistake, let's say happened by mistake in quote,
You
it
should
should,
inform her.
yeah, it should be remorseful. And even if he doesn't want to say it, it should, there's something that will show in his character that
Mhm.
you know that something is off with my man, right? This is someone that you know that cannot hide that kind of thing from you, right? But now this particular guy hid it. He didn't give you any sign that anything is going on. Acted like nothing is wrong. He made you travel all the way from wherever
Mhm.
you came to Nigeria. He put you through emotional stress of planning,
Financial stress,
of
mental
planning
stress.
mental stress of he put you through all of those without even asking if you're okay with what he has done in the past.
Mhm.
I feel like that is very, very wrong of the guy, and it shouldn't be something that we'll talk about. Should I go ahead or I shouldn't go ahead?
Yeah.
Another thing is family. If you're marrying into a family that no person out of all the family members can tell you that this is what my brother, I like you, that's why I'm telling you this, that you would be the one to decide if you want to continue with him or not.
Or
You
not.
can him and you can sort it out. But I just wanted you to know that this is what my brother, my cousin, this is what this person did. Everybody just kept quiet, even the guy's mother. That's very terrible. What else are they keeping from you, right?
A
What
lot.
else
A lot.
exactly? What else are they keeping from you? That means she didn't find out, she would have just married him that way,
Yes.
and later she would discover that she's not the only one the man has, and that would be very, very terrible. And that's why you see a lot of women, they get married with the hope that, okay, I'm going to spend the rest of my life with this person, I'm going to treat this person, this is going to be my forever, right? And then they start seeing attitude that they did not see before they married this person. And because of that, there's a reaction, right? Because every action there's another reaction.
Yeah.
And this brings out a character in you that you never knew existed. For
Mm.
instance, if you're that doesn't nag, you see yourself nag all the time. If you are someone that doesn't use abusive words, you see yourself doing that. Why? Because you feel betrayed, you feel trapped, you feel like you don't have an option, you feel like somebody deceived you into doing something that you didn't want to. You understand? So you become
Yeah.
so bitter and angry, and you want to just show the characters that you didn't know you had in you. All
Yeah.
right. So I still have the same opinion as you that this lady needs to run as far as her feet can carry her
Career.
away from that man, right?
Yes.
Because let's be honest, this man might have his own hidden agenda,
Yeah.
which is that he just wants to come to the
The
country
country.
that she's in and find a way to bring his wife and kid or
Yes.
kids, it might be twin, to the country. And then you see that the lady that sponsored this man becomes bitter because that was not the original arrangement, right?
Yeah.
I feel like the best thing for her to do is just run. Don't even ask anybody's opinion because people will tell you, go ahead.
Yeah.
It's an African,
Mm-hmm.
it's in the nature of men to
To be
this,
polygamous.
that,
Yeah. They'll give
and then you
excuse for it.
eventually
They'll get excuse for him. Yeah.
exactly, and but you'll be the one to live with this person, not
Yeah.
people advising you, right? So, Christy, it's been nice chatting with you live
Same
here.
here.
I know I really appreciate you for coming. So, it
You're
was very, very, very short notice. I'm so glad you came. Thank you so much.
welcome.
And this was so much fun. Like, I enjoyed chatting with you. I don't know how you feel. Did you enjoy the chat?
Yeah.
Did you have fun?
Yes, I did. I
Okay,
did have fun.
that's very good. Thank you so much for honoring my invitation.
Yeah.
Um, I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for your time. Okay,
Yeah. Thank you too.
do this another time.
Yeah.
All right, see. So thank you. Bye. Oh, do you have anything else to say before we say bye? You have anything else to say? Like a last word? Mm. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I had so much fun streaming this live. Yeah, thank you all. Bye.